Welcome back to the Anger Man podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, we got this news. I think it was yesterday that we got this news from a source of ours, and we don't have pay-per-view numbers, so I don't want to get anybody hopes up. But we have gotten confirmation that Amazon was very, very, very pleased with the performance of PBC on Amazon Prime, meaning they were very pleased with the Tim Zoo versus Sebastian Fundora fight card that we had this past weekend. So essentially, what PBC has done is taking the momentum that they were building in 2023 on Showtime and they've rolled it into PBC on Prime. Now, Jay, just to recap what we saw this past weekend, the production value that we saw with PBC on Prime for their first telecast was just incredible as far as I'm concerned. It was pristine. I like what I saw there, but more importantly for me, and this is just my perspective, the way that they expedited that card, Jay, I was actually shocked. When Pitbull and Rolly were actually getting ready to get into the ring, Jay, I was actually shocked because what I'm used to is a lot of fluff pieces, specifically when a fight ends early. And we saw Laura get his opponent out of the ring very, very quickly. I think he knocked him out in the second round with a
Yeah.
straight left hand, got him up out of there. And usually you're going to see about 30 minutes of fluff, and then you're going to see those individuals then walk to the ring. What we saw was probably around 10 minutes later, all of a sudden, Rolly Romero and Esau Pitbull Cruz are walking to the ring and they are getting in the ring prepared for the fight, Jay. I love the way that they kept that card rolling because too often what we find ourselves doing is waiting until 1 p.m. for the main event to occur. And what ends up happening is we're basically exhausted by the time the doggone main event starts. So they kept it, they expedited it. Not only that, the fight card was just, it was great. I mean,
Yeah.
the Laura fight wasn't great, but Kermel and his fight, getting the opportunity to see him fight, that was a great fight. I love seeing Kermel and what he was able to accomplish and the skill set that he was able to display. Um, the fight with Boychek and Brian Mendoza, also a fun fight, fan friendly fight. Rolly Romero and Esau Pitbull Cruz was a great fight. Don't get me wrong, Rolly is limited, and I understand that. But Esau Pitbull Cruz and the way that he came in that ring and went after Rolly Romero and the heart that Rolly displayed and the support that Esau Pitbull Cruz got in that fight, incredible fight. And then the main event, that was also a great fight with Tim Zoo displaying the heart of a champion and continuing to fight on, even though he had a cut and he had a way out of the fight, Jay, but still saved the. Not only did he save the pay per view card in terms of making sure that, even though Keith Thurman could not continue with the pay per view card, he saved the fight by accepting Fundora, which is a tough fight. But then he saved the pay per view card by continuing to fight. So kudos to Tim Zoo, deserving a rematch. So that honestly, in
Facts.
my opinion, should be the next fight. But PBC has already started off the year right. I think PBC on Prime will be incredibly successful. So the next step truly is for them to announce their fight card for the remainder of the year. Because right now, that's really what the boxing world is waiting on, for them to announce their next card. And I think there's so many people that are upset with PBC because right now, man, they're monopolizing boxing because they're taking over the game, and there are a lot of people that are upset by that because right now, I mean, they are it. Boxing moves as PBC moves, and a lot of people are upset blaming PBC for their favorite fighters not getting the biggest fight, when in reality it's because their favorite fighter promoter or their management team is not doing a great job in promoting that fighter, or their favorite fighter doesn't have a fan friendly style, or their favorite fighter isn't good at promoting themselves, right? So they blame it on PBC. But Jay, what's your
Yep.
thoughts on this? Great card from PBC, and they're moving in the right direction, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a great card as well. And neither one of us really keep up with the little guys. Anyone pretty much under 130 too much. We pay attention, but not to that degree. But the card also 112, the 112 pounders between Julio Cesar Martinez and Angelino Cordova was a damn good fight too. they went at it. Those little guys went at it as well. So I mean, the whole fight card was action packed. It started off like you said with Moulton. He was in an action packed fight. Glad to see him go his first 8 rounder. Get some rings under his belt. Get some rounds under his belt rather. Overall, the fight card was good. The production was, as some people I saw on Twitter were calling it, crispy. It was really clean. No lag or anything. So I mean, I think for this to be the first fight card without like true star power, and it was win as good as it did, I think that's a win for him. So I mean, with the rumors of what the next fight card going to be, because I'm not including the Canelo Munguia fight in saying that. I mean, that's going to be a good production, I think, as well. But I think the one after that, the next pay per view after that, with a Tank, that's going to be monster. And if they're going to keep the production as they did with this fight this past weekend, I mean, it's unlimited to their potential for this. I mean, they already put on, to me, the best fight card thus far. And they've only done one. Other promoters have done multiple, and this is the best fight card without the true stars of boxing like that. I think we have a budding star, and Tim Tszyu. Just the way Tim Tszyu moves, to your point, he deserves a rematch with Fundora. That was a phenomenal fight. He thugged it out in there. Isak Pitbull Cruz had a huge following at that fight. I wasn't sure if it was just for people just hating on Rolly, or it's actually people that supports Pitbull Cruz. So, I mean, they had a remarkable turnout, I think, and everything that we've heard, they're happy with it. So, I mean, if Prime is happy with it, then it's just gonna make PBC really pump out even more and better content in the future. So overall, I'm satisfied with it all, with the way it went down.
Yeah, no, I'm incredibly satisfied with what I saw from them as well. Crispy is a great term because it was very clean. That's the term that Ryan uses, and I think it's a fitting term. Clean was the production and the way that they did it. And so, yeah, I would say that that's the best fight card that we've seen so far this year. And the way that it's been framed to me, Jay, is if Amazon was impressed with what they saw from Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora, wait till they start to see cards from the likes of Canelo Alvarez and what is planned for May, or Gervonta Davis and what is planned in June. So they're really going to be in for a treat when they see the spectacle with those two individuals, because you're going to see the two faces of boxing when those two individuals get in the ring. Not only that, when someone like Errol comes back to the sport, Errol has a huge following. And when Errol gets back into the ring, you will see a level of support and fanfare in events like that. So they are definitely going to be positioned in a way where they will be the face of boxing moving forward. And it is what it is. Right now, boxing moves as PBC moves. And,
Facts.
it's amazing when you see a lot of fans get upset that in 1 minute they hate PBC, and the next it's like PBC hasn't announced their fight card. What's the issue? So why are you upset with that? You know what I mean?
It's always something. They're gonna move the goalposts. PBC is held to a standard that other promotion companies isn't held to, which is, we know the elephant in the room on that, but it is what it is. But I'm here for the boxing. I'm happy that PBC is back. A great card, and I'm looking. Hopefully, they can keep it going and push the other promotional companies to get some good cards and evenly matched cards and exciting cards from top to bottom again.
Yep. So you guys let us know what you think in the comments section. Yeah, PBC, it is what it is. We'll see what ends up happening. I don't know if they're going to announce any kind of pay-per-view numbers. I doubt it. But it seems like for what I'm hearing, they are satisfied with not only the pay-per-view numbers, but also the fight card and everything that PBC was able to bring to Amazon Prime. So let us know what you think. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, M Sports Media, and we are out.